All right. Stream is on. We ready. I ain't gonna stream too long. Just wanted to give you guys a small idea of what I'm looking at here, and probably do a little bit of grinding. I probably won't be streaming too long though, cause it started kind of late tonight. Currently, I've got legendaries in every place except for my helmet, legs. I think that's it. Yeah, helmet and legs. I got chest, arms, feet. Of course, my weapon. Both rings.
Hello.
And of course my amulet. So we're doing pretty good here. What I really do like is like my frost mages have an extra attack now because of one of my legendaries. I believe it's it's the chest piece. Every 10 seconds my cold skeletal mages cast blizzard and continuously chills. So that adding that to my crowd control ability is nice. So yeah, we're coming along. We're looking good. I have done very little of the story. Made it to 45 just off pure grinding alone. Mainly just clearing out a lot of the dungeons. And doing all the side quests. I've made it to 45. I am still in Act 1. In terms of how I feel about the Necromancer right now, in terms of mid scale, I like it. It's it's got certain things that I think the legendaries will kind of iron out some of my initial problems with it in terms of survivability. Again, like I believe that once I get certain things out of the way, especially once the Paragon system will be open to me, I think I'll be able to mitigate a lot of that survival issue. At least at points in times when like survival does become a main issue. Like a lot of the fights, survival isn't so bad, but then there are certain fights that it does tend to show. So my main goal is to is to come up with various ways I can boost that survivability of my class, especially since enemies have a tendency to just you know swarm you. They don't really like these, like the skeletons don't take aggro as much as you would think they would. I mean, they do, but it's not immediate. It's one of those things where I have to give like my skeletons a few seconds to actually start engaging combat before I can actually, like, you know, move about and get away from and get a safe distance from enemies. The only time that usually doesn't work, or should I say the only time it usually works perfectly to where the enemies never really get to me, is if I can see the enemies well off screen. And that tends to be usually when I'm like going in a certain direction. Like going south is difficult to see that. Going straight up is, but like if you're going like counter corner to the left or right, you tend to be able to see a little bit more of where they, like you could probably see enemies from the corner of the screen, like here or here or here, maybe even here. But when you're going straight down or straight up or going straight from the left and right, you don't tend to see the enemies until they're already aggroed onto you. So my goal is to basically boost my defense against enemies that are close up, because that's 99% of the time what's happening is I'm getting gained on by enemies close up. I do have I think a legendary that allows me to stun enemies that are far away. Yeah, this one right here is 8% chance for enemies to be stunned when they hit me from a distance, which is, you know, it's a small buff, but it's nice. And I also deal 26% more damage to stunned enemies, which is just all around good because I do have a stun built into my kit. The corpse tendrils, they stun for 3 seconds. So I do have that built into my kit. Other than that, of course, the skill damage up is nice based on how much essence I have, which the only ability that actually uses essence is this ability here. This is the only one that actually uses essence. So I tend to have a higher damage rate for all of these because of that. So, you know, it's one of those things where, and then I get my essence back fairly quickly, so I won't have to worry about that for real. Of course, increased strike chance against injured enemies, which is nice. And then, of course, when I'm healthy, I have a 24% increased crowd control duration, which is very good as well to extend that stun, slow, and things of that nature in my freeze. This is the only thing I don't like, is I don't like this particular, I like the weapon, but I don't like the legendary aspect on it, because I don't use Army of the Dead. I don't use any ultimate skills, to be quite honest. I think all of the ultimate skills on the Necromancer are lacking. That's just my opinion. And to have this on my weapon, I would much rather something else. So once I get the ability to actually play around with my legendary aspects, I do have another aspect in my where's it at? Where's it at? Either this one where along with my skeletons are a lot of the more damage they do, or where is it? Or this one. Your max number of skeletal warriors is increased by 2. So, you know, like something like that I would like to be able to pull off and maybe put on here if possible. But with what I do have, I do feel a difference in my power. It does feel pretty good. I feel significantly more powerful beforehand, especially now that I understand what my I understand how to play the class the way I've built it. You know, because that's the one thing I've had to get used to, is I know the way my class works on paper, mathematically, should I say, but putting it into practice and getting the muscle memory down of what I need to be doing each time I engage into a fight, that's probably been the most difficult part. But I've actually been getting that out of the way. So yeah, I've actually been getting that out of the way, and it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. Yeah, I may just retitle this and just kind of like give you guys the update. Because again, I think like today, I'm only aiming to get these last 5 levels to make myself 50. I'm not necessarily trying to do anything like major story-wise or anything like that. I'm really just trying to get myself to 50 so I can start engaging with other mechanics like the Paragon board and things of that nature. But I did just want to discuss a little bit, and I figured it would be easier for me to just pop the stream on. Just kind of discuss a little bit like where I'm at currently in the build, and it's looking good. It's looking good. I'll probably come out with another video. I'll probably come out with a video next time, putting this into perspective, where like I actually take it out and like we do an in-depth look at how the build is supposed to be implemented, and you know, and all that good stuff, where we can actually like, you know, do some serious, you know, in-depth looks at like, you know, fight mechanics and what I like to call combat knowledge with the class. And so, you know, we'll get into some stuff like that. I'll actually probably make a video of that. That way I can kind of make things a lot more concise and not so rambly like a stream usually ends up being. So yeah, guys, thanks a lot for kicking it. I'm Amon-Rellik the God Slayer. I'm a really gamer. Me and Snake gonna